Milton Friedman spoke about it. Arthur Laffer speaks about it extensively. The corporate tax rate should be zero. Corporations do not pay taxes. They pass those taxes along to individuals. We just pay more for the products we buy. We must get the corporate tax rate to zero. We must take steps to lower and eventually eliminate the minimum wage, as this only hurts those in the most poverty-stricken areas because they just have to pay more for the products in those areas, because you cannot afford to pay a 15-year-old $7.50 an hour to put together a tuna sandwich at Subway. It does not pencil out that way business-wise. Capital gains taxes have to be slashed. We need a flat income tax of 10% for every single American. That's rich, poor, young, old. 10%. Everybody has a small stake in their federal government. It's necessary. The tax date needs to be moved to October 1st instead of April 15th. So everyone needs to have it fresh on their mind, the tax bill they just paid, before they go to the ballot box, and it'll bring more people to the ballot box. We cannot continue to squeeze and punish the rich in this country. There are two ways to look at that. Some people look at that Learjet that person just bought and they think, oh, that's selfish, evil rich person. An economist, someone who understands the economy, looks at that and says, there were hundreds of jobs created because that rich person wants a Learjet. Procure the materials, engineer the materials, move the plane, fly the plane. People work because of capitalism. Capitalism is a system that does the least harm, creates the most wealth for others. The debt is a disaster. Anytime a country's had a debt to GDP ratio of 50%, they were in bad trouble. We're at 80 as it stands right now. Supply side economics and tax cuts is the only way to go. Also, we need to slash the bureaucracy by at least 20%. I'd love to stand up here and tell you we should start eliminating these bureaucracies. We should, but that's a long ways off. Bureaucracies have to go. One thing I do not agree on is that we start caving in and giving into the war on terror because we're in a debt problem. This president spent $1 trillion by the time he sneezed the first time in the White House. The problem is not fighting terror. The problem is not fighting those who would kill our men, women, and children. The problem is domestic. The problem is our entitlement society and what we've spent back home. We're not here to stop the growth of government, to slow the growth of government. We're here to retract this government. We're here to get it back in its rightful place, and that's the only way we can recover this economy. I'm Jesse Kelly. Thank you.